We're going to start with a quick round of introductions, a little bit of an overview of why we're here.
We talk specifically about the needs of black men and boys. That is the differentiating factor of ABFE LAN versus other groups like the Executives Alliance and My Brother's Keeper.
It's really a community of funders across the country who are advancing issues around success in a number of areas for African American men and boys. And it's an opportunity to come together, to share practices, and really just to have a safe space to talk about some of the challenges and the opportunities in funding this type of work.
This is a space that we can be unapologetically black. Ashe? Because, you know, a lot of room.
We are coming into cities and learning so much around what is already underway. So that predates a lot of the latest energy around My Brother's Keeper, around this work around boys and men of color, and particularly around black males. And so as we're here in Pittsburgh, as we've been in other cities, we've really had this great opportunity to learn around the issues that don't always make the headlines, the positive stories, the great work that's being done by foundations, by folks that are on the ground.
What is it that we're going to do in our home institutions and for our home communities?
Yeah.
One of the most important things that ABFE's LAN does is expose leaders from around the country to what's happening in particular communities. It's the sharing opportunity and the community building opportunity that's extremely significant. But really on top of that, the greater potential is the way we can put that information and knowledge into action in local communities, but also keep that work connected nationwide. That's the real potential for me.
Actually, it's the one in the Media Academy. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood.
We are celebrating our 60th anniversary this year.
To get folks to start thinking around how effective and how more effective they can be in their work. You've seen in Oakland, as we're seeing here in Pittsburgh, folks are really getting a lot of positive learning experiences.
What passes as mainstream hip hop is not necessarily reflective of the best, you know what I'm saying, ideals and models that our young men should be dealing with. But why is that? Who runs it? Who controls it? Who makes the decisions? Oftentimes when you're dealing with that, you're not dealing with individuals that look like us. So we thought that that was important to talk to young black men about that.
The message of black folks as assets is what we lead with. The brothers, the BME leaders in the middle are the catalyst for that action. And then the community is all the people that we can pull into this conversation about how to grow our region, and in this case, the Pittsburgh region.
They'll get to understand really how nuanced this work can be, how more effective this work can be, new ways of really mobilizing, engaging, using resources that they have, and directing not only dollars, but also just the talent that comes from the work within funders' presence or within the places that they're funding to make it kind of more of an exponential impact.
So today we are at Pittsburgh Obama. What you're going to learn about today are 3 programs that we are currently funding. One is the Heinz Fellows Program. We have 3 of our Heinz Fellows here. And just a quick...
The Heinz Fellows Program began when one of our local schools was going to be reconstituted as an all-male academy. And the foundation, in partnership with the school district, wanted to make sure that the young men in the school had role models that looked like them in front of the classrooms. So what we decided to do was to create an opportunity for college graduate black males to come to Pittsburgh and to work as mentors and role models in the classroom while pursuing a master's degree to eventually become a teacher.
We're the only 612 International Baccalaureate World School in the Pittsburgh Public Schools. And so all the students here, which is not a normal IB school, is that all the students here are part of the International Baccalaureate program.
The Fellows, it's so much more than what can be said in a grant write-up or a grant agreement. It's really about choosing the right people who have the passion and energy to commit not just to the students during the school day, but really in every aspect of their lives and the lives of their family members. So I don't think we often think about it as a best practice, but we're happy that LAN has provided an opportunity for people in other cities to look at the work that we're doing and to celebrate it.
I think the role of ABFE is more needed now, as it was in '71 when the organization was founded. And I think we're crystal clear that you know, this work that we've been doing for several decades about making certain that investments in Black communities is on the agenda, and that those investments are being directed to our community is so vitally important. They're imperative if we're going to move the needle on the issues that disproportionately affect boys and men of color.
You know, Black philanthropy's role is not just to quote unquote give back or stand up, but it's actually to help in the decades-long effort towards paradigm shift, to make institutions, to make systems more responsive to our communities. And that's something that, you know, that's not a new mission, but it's something that ABFE is uniquely situated to do through its membership and through the institutions with which it builds.